I mean, that's a match.
We're getting the show works.
This is currently you
Yeah.
and
Me.
and you.
Yeah.
This is your first impression of Seidel.
Hello and welcome. We are watching The Love Connection.
This is Jack, who says he's always a gentleman on the first date.
Ah.
We showed him videotapes of these three single women.
He's
and
choosing
he picked
top.
one as his date. Which one did he choose?
Top.
Which one will our audience
Middle.
choose?
Plays.
Middle
And
audience
this
chooses
is
middle.
Deborah.
He chooses top.
She describes herself as an unpredictable ex-tomboy. Which one of these men did she choose? Which one will our audience choose?
Top.
Middle.
Today on Love Connection, you'll find out who they picked, who the audience picks, and everything that happened on their dates. Now, here to tell us more
Now,
about
hold up real quick. I have to tell you guys about Oso Rojo, and I will. But before I do that, what we just watched is everything that the fifth date didn't offer. Introduce the characters.
Yeah.
Introduce the gameplay. Told you what was going to happen.
What we're doing here today.
The fifth wheel did none of that. It was a fucking whirlwind. Oso Rojo is the official hot sauce of Jomboy Media. You can click the link below. It takes you to their website. You can use code JOMBOY for 10% off all orders. They value flavor over spice when they make hot sauces. They're really good. We use them a lot. If you're cooking at the game, up your at-home cooking game and enhance your takeout experience. Oh, Jake doesn't really love spicy, but that one, if you did that with the mustard, you would like it a lot less.
Ay, Dios mío, that's good.
That's their official. They're going to take that and they're going to put it on all their Instagrams. Oh, Dios mío. That's good.
Oso Rojo.
Oso Rojo.
Is there a discount?
Yeah, 10% off all orders to the website. Use code JOMBOY, 10% off. Let's get into the Love Connection. I'm interested. I don't know how they're going to come to the conclusion, but at least we know there's an
Is
end
this
result.
a show we know?
I don't know this show.
Sounds familiar, but I don't
Sounds?
know it.
Chuck Woolery.
Like Chuck, yeah.
Sounds familiar. This doesn't scream 1983. It looks much more 70s. What a nice group. Hey, you guys are copping for me? Thank you so much.
It's a good entrance to any room.
I'd like to welcome you all to Love Connection, where we've got a new way for singles to meet. And here's how it works. Now, we've compiled a videotape library of more than 1,000 attractive and available single people, and we select some of those singles
That guy, I don't
and
know.
show them
Yeah.
3 videotapes. They choose the one they're most attracted to and go out on a date. Then they come here and they tell us what happened on their date. Now, to begin with, let's meet a man who selected a date from our video
Okay.
library. He's a recent arrival from New York. He thinks
What's with
California
this
women
guy?
are aggressive. Please
Status
welcome
He's got,
Divorce.
he's got
Jack
secrets, yeah. He's got dark past.
Everything was dark.
How are you? Fine. Join me on the couch here. Thank you.
Now, is it unfair of me to say he doesn't look trustworthy?
I think the suit is doing him no favors.
California women are really aggressive?
I really have to say I wasn't quite prepared for California women.
Why is that?
Okay. I was fixing my car when I first got out here, and
He's got a great voice. He's got a radio voice.
I'm into it. Something is just off.
Well, what's off is he's a villain trying to fool you into not knowing that.
Yeah,
Like
I
at the
can't-
start of the
or
movie, you're
he's
like,
a nice guy.
we should watch that guy.
He's a nice guy that wants to be a villain. Like, I don't know. It just
Or it's
doesn't-
that. Okay, or it's that.
It just doesn't. The dots aren't connecting.
Okay. Great voice, though.
Great voice.
I'm in my shorts, khaki shorts, and 2 girls pull up by the car and lean out the window and say, "Hey, you got kind of nice legs, so would you like to go for a ride?" Yeah, right. That's what I thought. I went, "What?"
Okay.
And I said, "No, I didn't." I mean, like, I reared back, you know. I said, I wasn't ready for that, you know. And then they left, and I said, "Well, wait a minute. Why didn't I go?"
Okay.
The way he's talking and delivering his story reminds me a lot of my uncle, which is relatable to everyone.
Okay.
Tapes that Jack happened to see, by the way. Now, you in the audience and you at home, too, watch very closely, because we're going to ask you to pick the woman that you think is best for him.
He feels like a movie
that?
character.
Well, it's like if
First,
Fonzie
there was
had a
Now, she's
brother
from
who was a
Toronto.
slightly
Says
more
She
real.
loves the outdoors, but she doesn't date that much.
Not a whole lot. I go out a lot with, I have several different men friends, but, most of them are platonic.
So you?
And, I don't really have a whole lot of boyfriends, per se.
At first, I thought she had like a Russian accent, and then it became just doesn't have any
She
accent.
just started very slowly, and then if we're doing outfit stuff, I mean, that seems like a traditional, like, Asian garment that
Maybe.
she went with. I don't know.
Maybe it was in style.
Next,
play.
there was Candace. Now, Candace is from West Texas,
Ooh,
and she considers
West
herself
Texas.
independent, and she doesn't think she'll ever get married again.
Nope. It'd surprise me if a person came along with the qualities that would endear themselves to me to that extent.
He kind of likes that.
I love people and I love being with them. I don't foresee signing a contract again of that level.
And finally, now you watch Sally. She was raised in Detroit. She thinks of herself as a delicate flower, she says, and here's how she feels about men.
Most men are wonderful. If they get rid of the macho ego, they could really be great. I mean, I think there's like an inside to everyone, and they're just waiting to be discovered.
All right, well, Sally's
Okay,
out.
now Jack.
I think he loves the middle girl because he's like, you know what? I'm divorced too. And yeah, like if I could have a relationship with a woman, but we don't have to do the marriage thing again.
Why'd you rule out the third one?
Sally?
Yeah.
Oh, common sense.
Jimmy.
Okay, here
Jack
we go.
chose one of those three women as his date. But before he tells us who he chose, we're going to show you all three again, okay? Here they come.
It happens this
First
quick?
was Heather. She's a 31-year-old office manager.
Oh, okay.
Then Candace. She
This
conducts
helps.
seminars, and she's 35.
Good graphics here.
Finally, Sally. Now, she's
Production
a
crew.
38-year-old real estate agent.
31, 35, 38.
All right, those are your selections. Now, audience, it's time to use your voting machines. You've met Jack. You've seen his choices.
Oh,
Who do you think's
badass.
best for him? Here in the
Yeah.
studio and at home, too. Make your choice right now, okay?
That kid wasn't voting.
This show was
We're going to
advanced
take a
for
break.
its
Now, when we
time.
return, we're going to meet the woman that Jack selected and find out everything that happened on their date. We'll be right back. Now, in a little while, we're going to find out who you and the audience picked. But right now, let's find
That's
out who
what's
Jack
happening?
selected, okay, Jack, who'd you select?
I selected Candace.
Yeah.
Really?
I feel like that was
Well,
very
let's get
obvious.
both
I mean,
sides
I
of
was
the
on that
story.
from the jump.
And we ask our couples not to speak to each other after the date. And Candace is backstage, so let's say hello to Candace Martin. Hi, Candace. Everybody's out here applauding and saying
Why wouldn't
hi.
she be facing the camera?
Candace, do you think this was a good date or a bad date?
I think it was a good date. I decided before we went out that I wanted to have a good time with this new person, and I think I did.
Okay, Jack, do you think you made the right choice here?
Actually, I don't have too many compliments about Candace except that she was an excellent horsewoman. Great horsewoman. No, we went horseback riding, and she was one of the best I've ever seen. But
How many have you
I
seen?
have a difference of opinion here, Jack.
well,
How many
I'll
has he
tell you,
seen?
I knew we were in trouble when she started going like this.
Jack, I
And
don't
that
remember
was-
doing that at all.
Yeah, that was to pick up the energy level, you know.
What?
Pick up the energy level.
Candace,
This is, like,
Jack
very
show you
real,
wasn't
huh?
Having a good time, or?
He wasn't real one way or the other. He didn't give me an indication that he wasn't having a good time at all until later on in the evening.
Ah,
So
I see.
So that would be the biggest indication.
she was looking to
Enjoying
just fuck.
myself,
He's
I
fine in
was
love.
doing whatever.
Well, other than going
What
like
was
this.
the snaps?
So he's very drone. Like he's pretty monotone, right? So he is saying that on their date, she was like, "Come on, pick up the energy. Pick up the energy. Come on, come on, come on, come on." And he didn't like that.
Having a day with the best horseback lady I've ever seen.
Ever seen.
She's going like up and down like this.
Yeah. Maybe she was talking to the horses.
What else?
Level up here.
Okay. Candace is the individual who sort of meditates to meditate. I'm not into any kind of meditation or religious going-ons
What do you
or
mean?
anything
What,
like that.
I'm with
Okay,
Chuck.
kind of
she
meditation?
kind of meditated for everything that we did. I mean,
For instance?
Okay, for instance, we went to the swimming pool. She sat down at the edge of the swimming pool and just did one of those. And I was in the water, and I said, okay.
Candace? you
What was
meditate
this
before you do
date?
everything?
No, horseback riding
If
into a
there's
pool.
decision to be made, I'll frequently take a quiet moment and close my eyes.
That's
going
weird.
Anybody could
swimming?
call that a meditation.
No, I mean, like
That
going
was whether to
swimming
get
or-
in that cold water or not.
Oh. How did this
That is
happen?
kind of weird.
Well, it
If it's
ended
every
at the
decision.
meal. The waitress brought Candace a vegetarian plate, which I thought was very well prepared.
Good.
And after staring at it for about 15 minutes, she decided that the food, I guess, wasn't organically grown in the right place.
The food was canned, over salty, and definitely looked like it had been on that plate a long time.
Not Well, okay, now you guys, let's take a look. The audience has voted for...
I'm siding with him.
One of the three ladies. Okay, let's take a look and see
Yeah,
who they picked, okay?
I mean,
Heather, 40%. Yeah, exactly. We picked up the tab for your first date. Now, if you take the audience's vote and want to go out with Heather...
Goes
we'll
on
pick up the
another
tab for that
date.
one. You want to try it?
Hey.
Candace, honey, thank you very much for being on the show. Sorry your date didn't work out, but what the heck? Every date doesn't work out. We have a nice gift for you. Thanks again.
Experiences are fun. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
experiences are fun.
Jack, thank you for being on
You agree with that?
This is almost like a true dating
Right.
service
We almost need some gimmicky stuff.
that they're doing in front of a live audience. Like it seems very real.
And some of the kids may not know, like, the video dating thing was a thing. Like, people would send videotapes, and that was like online dating, not online. Big Deborah fan. I feel like she got a bad crop of guys.
Over dinner.
There was one guy that seemed
Something
dumb.
that's very spiritual about sitting across the table with a candlelight and
Doesn't make
fresh
it much
flowers
better.
and looking into somebody's eyes and good conversation. And I can do it all the time, every night.
Really? It's really...
Did he just miss
Yeah.
Did he miss the thing on purpose? Was that a
I
joke?
think he was doing like a fake flirt with her.
You find
Really in love,
Yeah, I mean, really-
long-lasting love,
well-
just for a week at a time.
Okay, here's what we're going to do now.
Comedy
We're
show.
going to show you a portion of the tapes that Deborah saw, okay? I want you to watch very closely because you're going to get a vote again. And here's where we start. First, there was David. Now, he was raised in Ohio. He's a gourmet cook. And here's how he knows if a woman is interested.
The way a
Oxymoron.
woman looks at you, the way a woman touches you, the way a woman sits next to you, just her presence, the way she...
What's the
women
question?
have a-
We're all saying it. I
think
mean,
a way
you
of
and this guy are
letting out
spooky
an aura
similar.
that either tells you they're very interested and excited, or they're not.
The way you talk about
There was
women.
James.
That
He's
was-
from
oh,
Southern
Aaron Boone.
California. He likes movies and fine dining, and he likes
bet.
the women to be well-groomed.
A picture of health, one of fastidiousness. She's well-dressed and cleanly, keeps her hair nice, and her posture correct,
Jeez.
and slim, not overweight, and not underweight.
Okay, and finally you watched Robert. Now, Robert, he's a licensed pilot who loves to travel and says that
You're not on
it's
Team
important to
Robert.
know
D.B.
Right.
Cooper.
One thing that really turns me off if on the first date a girl says, let's go to the movies. Well, I mean, I don't need her to go to the movies. I'd rather talk. And if she wants to go to the movies,
Agree.
that indicates that
And
we're,
now look, you're Team
we're on different
Robert.
wavelengths.
Now, before we find out who Deborah chose as her date, let's see all three men again, okay? First, there was David. Now, he's 36-year-old construction manager.
No, there's
Then
no way.
James,
The way
who's
he was
31, an
talking was
architect.
horrifying.
Finally, Robert,
She got a
he's
bad
in
crop
home
here.
furnishings.
Horrible
He's
crop.
I think because
37.
she's in good shape, she's
The
going to choose
audience,
middle
time to vote
dude.
again. Who do you think's
He
the
also
best
seems
man for
just
Deborah
like
here in the studio and at home
more
too?
alive.
Please make your choice
Three.
right now.
I think
Okay.
three's snippet that we saw was
Now,
the
in a little
best.
while,
He was
we're
the
gonna find
only
out who the
human
audience picked, but right now,
I
let's
saw.
find out who
Everyone's
Deborah
talking so
chose,
slow.
okay?
I picked James.
Pick James.
Hmm?
Oh.
Yeah.
Seems
There's
to
a
be
superficialness to
smattering of
this.
approval there.
No.
Now, in Love Connections, we always hear both sides of the story, and James is backstage. So let's welcome James Simon. Hi, James. What was your first impression of Deborah?
Camera angle's bizarre.
It was beautiful, just a vision of loveliness.
James, well, we're in accord so far. Deborah, were you happy with your choice?
Yeah, I went to pick him up, and I was very nervous
Why is that
about
funny?
the whole thing. And he came around from the backyard, and he was
Nervous.
in a pair of gym shorts and a sweatshirt wrapped around his neck, cleaning the pool.
Oh.
And I was just wondering,
Flex.
if he's going to take a shower, or if you're come as you are.
Was
Or...
he kind of sweaty?
He was real sweaty.
I asked her if she wanted to take a shower.
Oh. Dickie one. Okay, so
Good.
what happened next now? He's all sweaty and with a towel around his neck and shorts on.
Why are they all
in the pool,
touching their
and you
noses?
decide what?
The nose
And
thing.
we hit the road just like that.
Shorts in the whole shot? Shorts and towel?
We jumped in the car and we went to Santa Barbara. Sweat and all.
Well, were they going to the beach?
And what did you do?
We started on the pier. We took a walk on the pier, and I felt very comfortable with him 5 minutes after we got in the car. We got to the end of the pier and just kind of gazed out over the water, and I was standing behind him, and I just felt real comfortable, and I put both arms around him and kind of kissed his neck, and
Kissed his neck?
yeah.
James?
Yes, Chuck.
What'd you think about that, James?
I liked it, Chuck. It was really...
Coming around on
James is
James.
Master of understatement. So what happened next? You kissed his back of his neck on the pier, then what'd you do?
Yeah, then there was a little restaurant on the pier, and they had an outside patio, and we sat, and I had a glass of wine, and he doesn't drink, so he had a Coke. And of course, then I got a little more romantic with the wine. And we just decided right then and there that we were going to fall in love for the day. And
did you?
We did. And
What'd you do then, James?
Well,
You fell in love for the day.
I fell in love for the day, totally.
Yeah.
It was happiness ever after.
What did you do then? Did you just finish the date and go home?
we went and we rented bikes after that, acted like a couple of 5-year-olds, took pictures.
Sounds like these guys had a great
We had
time.
a blast.
Well, great. Now that we've heard how well you guys got along, let's see if the audience thinks you should have gotten along that well, okay?
Who cares at this point? They're in love.
61% James. There we go.
It's confirming the love.
Off of nothing.
Off of nothing.
Our audience's advice, we'll pick up the tab on the second date for you. Want to go with James again?
You bet.
James, is that okay with you?
That's fine with
Come
me.
on out here, James.
Okay. Here he is. I mean, these guys got married.
This is serious.
You guys like to sit down here just a second?
Okay.
Nice couple. It's a nice
I'm
looking
happy
couple,
for
you
'em.
devil you.
Shucks. I knew it from the beginning.
We have a nice gift for both of you. We want to thank you very much for being on Love Connections. Wish you good luck. Let us know how everything goes along, will you?
Okay.
All right. Yeah, now on a previous show, the studio audience selected a date for our next guest. And when we return, we're going to find out what happened on that date. You guys have a great time.
The whole
okay? You
fucking
guys
show?
do that.
We know, man. We just watched it.
Now, last week, our next guest agreed
Can we just
to
pause
the
for a
studio
second?
audience.
Yeah.
Where are you at?
With what?
Everything.
I'm happy for...
I'm a little overwhelmed.
I'm happy for Debbie and James. I'm a little underwhelmed.
Because there's no gimmicks.
There's no show, really.
I think that's why I'm overwhelmed.
Okay, so you're overwhelmed for the same
Like,
reason
this
I'm
is just
underwhelmed.
like, okay, these two went on a date, had a good time. Who's up next?
The studio audience doesn't need to be here for this.
Almost.
This is just a dating company.
I think the studio audience, if their top number is different than who they picked, I think they get the option to go on a date with that person. And then they
so in
roll over.
in last week's episode, the person chose someone, went on a date with them. It didn't
Right.
work out. They were like, hey, well, this is who the audience thought you should have chose. Do you want to go on a date with them? They said yes. Now we're about to get an update on that.
Okay, that would make sense.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of minutes left in this show, and like, kind of nothing's happened. Why didn't they put?
Just like
why didn't
speed
they?
dating.
Why didn't they bring cameras with them on the dates?
I guess they were getting juicy goss as it came back
They
in.
banged.
I don't know. It gave off that vibe. They said
Yeah.
we fell in love for a day.
Yeah.
James isn't a drinker.
We're going to meet her
Got
right
that
now
vibe
and
from
find
him.
out
He
what
doesn't
happened
need
on
it.
the date. She's
He used
divorced
to.
after 39 years of marriage. She says that sometimes she's the devil. Please welcome Sadell Shook. Sadell.
Okay.
Twist.
Hey, sweetie pie.
Oh, okay.
Running into my
High energy.
Let's do it again,
Don't you
babe.
look cute? I love your red dress and your butterfly and
Thank
got everything
you.
on again. You're all
Thank
pulled
you.
together.
They say
Sadell. You look great.
65.
Why are you a devil,
65.
Sadell?
I'm a
Like
devil
I have aunts that are
because
65 and like
most men
they're
can't
20 years
keep up
younger than
with
her.
me.
Times are different, man.
And it's crazy old different.
In what way?
Well, really, I am inventive in meeting men.
Yeah. Where do you mean?
In the meat market, MEAT,
Of course.
and at the vegetable counter, singles ads, and they've been very productive.
This lady was born in 1918.
Sedell, you're amazing.
How different are me and
Last
this
time you were on
woman?
the show, we showed the audience
Because
tapes
I've
of
got
3 men,
one
and,
thing.
they
The hair's
chose one
slightly
as your
different.
date. His name was, now correct me if I'm wrong.
Same
I think
figure.
this is right. Duke
Eerily similar.
Well, almost correct.
What is it?
Dr. Duke Frere King.
Frere King.
Biogeneticist.
Now you.
We could listen to
you
her
and Duke
talk
went
all
out.
day.
Yes.
How'd you like him when you
They're
met
still
him in
holding
person?
hands.
Oh,
had
yeah.
A terrific time.
Did you?
Oh,
She holds
yes.
hands when she talks
he,
to you.
Makes a lot of jokes, and we laughed a lot.
Wait a minute, he's backstage now. Duke's backstage. So why don't we take a look at
Is his
him?
name
okay?
Duke or
Okay.
Juke?
Welcome, Duke Frere King. Hey,
I mean, that's a match.
We're getting the show works.
This is currently you
Yeah.
and
Me.
and you.
Yeah.
Duke, what was your first impression of Sedell?
My first impression of Sedell was, boy, what a charming woman. I thought, gee, lucky the audience picked me. I knew we was going to have a great time.
I didn't tell Duke what we were going to do.
Yeah.
I didn't know if he had a heart problem, but I didn't care at that point. I called him at midnight the night before we went out.
Midnight?
2 days after I got back from Europe.
Yes.
And asked him to come sleep over. And
You've never even met him, have you? Had you? You just seen him on tape.
That's
Sedell.
okay. He looked pretty darn good to me.
Sedell, this is first
And I'm willing to risk.
Did he sleep over?
Sedell, you
No,
are a
he
tramp.
I mean, Sedell lived
In the
through
morning, or he came
Yeah.
to
2
No,
World
he came to
Wars,
my
the
house,
Depression.
And
She
he was
started one
sitting
of them.
outside at 4:45. I said,
Where were you going?
we were going to go ballooning. But he didn't know it.
Do you believe this?
And we were the first persons there before daylight.
Cuts to them just
And
standing
we
in
were
a park
the first
holding the same
persons to
balloon.
go up in the balloon. And
Duke, were you ready for this?
I really was. She asked me if I had high blood pressure. I says, no, I'm disgustingly healthy. Then she says, now it's going to be real cold where we're going. Dress warm. I had on a fur vest and a coat and a hat. I had to do a striptease when we got up there. They start blowing this hot air up there, and it was about 80 degrees.
What happened
I
after?
mean, this show.
This is delightful.
This show found love.
I had to make a trip to the bushes.
She had to pee in the woods.
I'm almost afraid to ask why.
I have no compunctions about doing that sort of thing. I've done it before on Jeep trips. And
It was a real safari, all right.
Now, what did you do then?
and then they served us champagne lunch.
Oh, great.
And
What about poor Duke?
I need
Where
to
was
see
he
them
while all
standing
this?
together. They're the same
we
height.
had the
I have him like a
lunch,
foot shorter than her.
we
I have
had
him
lunch, and
7.5
it
feet
was
tall.
terrific.
No.
How did you guys end the date?
No, he's their same
He
height.
said he was tired.
I was lucky to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Were you ready to end it at that time?
No, never. He's chuckling now.
I want to tell you something. Since you were
Yeah.
such a good sport and let the audience choose your date for you, if you'd like to have another date with Duke, we'd like to send you out on it.
Oh, terrific.
Would you like to do that?
Terrific.
I mean,
Lips?
it's all lip kisses.
Need more of that.
Is that okay?
I'm bringing that back after this Corona stuff.
Duke, would you like to go out again?
Careful, I'm almost perfect, but I am a little jealous. I saw what was going on there.
Duke, come on out here and join us.
Here it comes.
How quickly do you think Duke moves? Any pep?
Yeah. Oh, he's got some legs to him.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh.
No, just where he was wearing them.
Yeah.
It's very north.
I mean, they are in love.
I mean,
Yeah,
the hat with that dress. It's
look at that
perfect.
bald guy.
Oh, let's go on a
You see that bald
safari.
guy?
Yeah.
Perfect male pattern
Of
balding.
course, I'm ready.
I know, no matter wherever you go.
She's still holding his
Oh,
hand.
we're going to have a
You're a
ball.
wonderful couple.
Both
It's
hands
really a
now.
delight to have you
Yeah,
on
we
the
That's
had,
her
we
dream.
had
She
really
holds
had a lot
hands.
of fun.
Look at the
I can
belt
say that
buckle and
looking
the-
right
and
now,
the-
didn't we?
Yeah.
We had a beautiful
Oh.
thing.
Well, we have a nice gift for you, for both of you. Hope you stay in touch with us, and maybe we'll see you again, okay? All right.
Okay.
Well, that's our show for today, folks. We're going to come back tomorrow with more singles.
Man,
Make a love connection. I'm
like
Chuck Woolery, and,
delightful,
with
but
any
so
luck, we'll be back.
underwhelming at the same time.
Yeah. Like it. Okay. I mean, it felt like.
I understand why dating shows started doing gimmicks.
47 countries and over 110 cities.
It felt like there should have been a pre-recorded aspect to this.
The date.
Like the date, but like the
Would
person.
you want to
the
see
person on
those people in a hot air balloon together and her pissing in the bushes?
You know, you knew the answer.
Full-valued 106-channel public service
They should have
radio.
asked the person on the couch, like, did you want to go on a second date with them? And then they should cut to the video of the person. And so, like, when the guy said the first Italian guy.
What is that?
I think that's an air freshener for your toilet.
For inside the toilet paper?
It's kind of genius. I'm in on that.
Glade. Spin Fresh. Why is it toilet paper?
So,
blue,
like, for the
bluish,
first guy, the
aqua?
paisan.
Yeah.
He would have said, like, no, I wasn't into it. I had a bad time. And then they should have cut to the girl and should have been like, yeah, we had a pretty good date. I'd like to see him again. And then it would be like, oh.
They kind of did that with the first guy. She said it went great. He was like, nah, I have no compliments.
Right, but it was kind of like
she knows how to ride a horse.
It was live and she heard his answer. And because she heard his answer, like, her tone changed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I want to watch it again.
This was a dating show.
Yes. Like this was one of the only results-driven dating show. Like they were trying to produce couples.
Yeah.
Not content.
Couples, not content. That's what we do.
That will be our dating show as well. Like you will fall in love.
We're doing it.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for watching. See ya.